Just over halfway through 2024, and there's been a few notable things that have happened in the first half of the year. Let's talk about those and what I think might happen for the second half of 2024. I'm Michael Ouzas. I'm a realtor here in Toronto. If you ever wanted to discuss more in detail what's been going on in the Toronto real estate market on the ground level, click on that first link in the description down below. It's been an interesting year, to say the least, for Toronto real estate. We've had everything from 2 rate cuts to an influx of inventory and buyers sitting on the sidelines. Down each one individually really tells a story of where things have been going in 2020. As you're watching this video, we just heard the Bank of Canada announced a second rate cut, its second one since 2022. It was a 0.25 rate decrease, and I've done another video that discusses what exactly it means when it comes to a mortgage. But essentially, every 0.25 decrease equals about a $15 savings per $100 borrowed when it comes to a mortgage. So if you have a $500,000 mortgage, that's about a $75 a month savings. Now with the 2 rate cuts, that actually improves to $150 a month savings compared to where things were just 2 short months ago. That's a big difference when it comes to the variable side of mortgages and owners that are currently owning properties. One thing we haven't really been seeing though is a change in affordability for buyers when it comes to purchasing. Right now, the fixed rate pricing is cheaper than the variable side of mortgages. And anytime the Bank of Canada makes an announcement, it's the variable rate side that gets affected. We have seen the bond rate decrease as of late, and that could play a factor into lower fixed rates as well as we move forward, which would definitely help on the affordability scale. If the Bank of Canada does make any more decreases between now and the end of the year, that could play a factor into more affordability as that rate starts to get closer to the fixed rate and generally may give some more options to buyers. One thing that I don't think anybody expected was when the rate decreased in June for the first time was that we actually saw more inventory come to market versus the buyers that came to market. That may have signaled to come to market thinking that more buyers would come into play and they would get a better price for their property. With the influx of inventory, we have seen an effect on pricing, especially when it comes to condos in the city of Toronto. Desirable houses in great areas are still performing pretty well, even though we are in the summer months, and there's really just not a lot of them coming to market in the areas that most people are looking to purchase in. So that's something we will watch as we head into the fall market, as I don't anticipate anything coming to market in August before that September, especially given that there's a rate announcement at the early stages of September. I did mention we would talk a couple predictions between now and the end of the year. And one of them would be that the Bank of Canada makes one more move between now and the end of the year. In my prediction video, I predicted 3 rate decreases this year, and those were in June, July, which they actually just did. And the next one I predicted was in December. I'm not too sure they'll do anything in September, knowing that it is the start of the fall market, and that could play a factor into rising real estate prices, which I don't think the Bank of Canada really wants either. So I think they may wait until something like December to make their next move, but I really don't know. And it's interesting to see where things go from here. If the rate does continue to come down, I wonder if that'll make an effect on condos that have been sitting on the market, and maybe that may affect for sellers who have variable rates that are currently on the market. And as the rates keep coming down, it may become a little more affordable for them to carry the property, and that may play an effect on inventory in the future. That'll still remain to be seen. I don't think we'll see a huge effect in pricing unless the rates come down significantly on both the fixed and variable side. Otherwise, the affordability is remaining relatively the same. When it comes to affordability, both rents and resale pricing has remained relatively flat year over year, and I do think that will continue as we head into the fall market. If we do start seeing some of these condos being sold between now and then, that may play an effect on if we do start seeing the better inventory coming for housing in the great areas. That will also play a factor going the other direction for average pricing. So it'll be a little bit of a teeter-totter between now and the end of the year. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out as we go along. Last predictions, I do think great properties will be coming to market in September, and I do believe that a lot of those properties have been waiting to see where these Bank of Canada announcements come, and also playing out the summer months here as the weather's been actually amazing. So I do think we will see better inventory in September, especially when it comes to the housing market and freehold properties, as we haven't really seen very much come to market in desirable areas here in the last 6 weeks or so. Love to hear your thoughts on market in 2024 so far. Drop a comment down below. I'm Michael Ouzas. Thanks for watching.